Hello everyone. So behind me is Wentworth, which is probably the United Kingdom's foremost private estate or gated community. It's been going in its current form since 1964, when there was the Wentworth Act passed by Parliament. So the houses there mostly date from the 1930s. It's about 1,750 hectares. It was heath beforehand, so it was never ploughed. It wasn't suitable for that. It's got all sorts of dells and a small river, the Burn, runs through it, as in B-O-U-R-N-E. So it's got about 1,900 people living there. It's very expensive, all built around that Wentworth golf course. And there was Wentworth House, built for an aristocrat way back in the 1820s. And that former Wentworth House is the golf club these days. So it has some very distinguished residents, and previously had. I'm a bit confused about who lives there currently, who used to. Sir Elton John used to live there. The late Diana Dors, she died in the early 1980s. But from the 40s to the 80s, she was a very well-known actress and entertainer. Boris Berezovsky, the Russian businessman who helped shoehorn Putin into power and then spectacularly fell out with him, sometime legal adversary of Roman Abramovich. He lived there and indeed committed suicide there shortly after he lost his court case against Abramovich. Now, people think, well, was that murder by Putin's thugs? But the police investigated and determined it really was self-destruction. But if anyone could murder him and make it look like suicide, you'd think it would be the Служба внешней разведки, possibly Главное разведка управления, or more likely to carry out wet operations. Because there he was in his 60s. Okay, he's going to have to pay millions of pounds to Abramovich. Still a very wealthy man. He's married. He's got four children. He's in good health for someone his age. So why would he commit suicide with no history of depression? But anyway, if it was murder, you think it must have been an inside job, because I don't see how someone could get in there, kill him, and get out. So that is Wentworth. And they're mostly at least 2-hectare plots, apparently they've all got, based around the clubhouse, so some small sense of community. So Prince Nassim, the boxer, was there. I just think who else lived or used to live there. The former King Raja Rama VII of Thailand, who abdicated in the 1930s, he lived there. General Augusto Pinochet Ugarte, the erstwhile president of Chile, he lived there when he was sort of under house arrest from 1998 till he was set free in 2000 for a while. I think the supporters provided that, and there were often communist demonstrators denouncing him here. So it's very pricey to live in there. So some of the United Kingdom's prime real estate just to the west of London, near Virginia Water, not too far from Heathrow Airport. Virginia Water named after a lake, and the actual lake you can't see is behind those rhododendrons over there. So very chic, desirable address residing here in Wentworth. Lots of well-known independent schools not too far away. So that is Wentworth.